Welcome, welcome. Zapier's automation platform has an AI hub for AI assistants. It's called Zapier Central, and you can access it at zapier.com/central. When the page loads, click on Try Central today. After you log in, Zapier gives you this prompt page similar to ChatGPT and Google Gemini, where it introduces its capabilities. You can create custom commands, or you can connect to data sources. We'll go to the top left corner here and rename this to e-commerce data assistant. If you develop more AI assistants, AI bots in Zapier, and you want to access this specific AI assistant in the future, go to this toolbar on the left and just click on this AI bot. We'll go down here, click on data sources, add a data source, choose Google Sheets or whatever data source you want to connect to. Make sure you're connected to the right Google account, then select your spreadsheet, your data source. Click Add Data Source. This data set has thousands of rows of data that includes customer ID, location, transaction ID, transaction date, product data, quantity ordered, average price, delivery charge, and other fields. I asked the Zapier Central AI agent to order the months by sales in a descending order and include the sales amount and quantity sold with a summary line at the bottom. And here's what the AI agent, the assistant, responded with. Click on this drop down and you can see the work that it's done. So it gives you generated code for Python, as it has uploaded the data into a database and created this code, generated this code in order to conduct the analysis. So this is actually a good learning tool if you want to learn data analysis. I mean, it even employs best practices for the code with comments for each section to explain what the code actually does. We scroll down and it presents the data that it's retrieved. And here's the actual response, with a table that orders the months by sales in descending order along with the quantity sold. And our summary line is at the bottom here. I asked the Zapier AI agent, which I use interchangeably with Assistant, to create a table for the top 10 products sold by sales in descending order, and this is the table that it produced. I also asked it to order the top 10 product categories by sales in descending order and include the sales amount and quantity sold. And in this response, it generates a SQL query to select the fields with aggregation functions from our data source, grouping by category, and ordering by sales amount. So here's the table that it produces, and we can see all the product categories here with the sales amount in descending order. I requested a table from this Zapier AI assistant for the locations that generate the most revenue in descending order with the top product categories sold. This is the table that it produced. As you can see, all the top product categories are the same. So I wanted to refine this request, and I did that by clicking on this icon here to reply in the thread, and it produced this pane on the right where I could refine my request. I got it to produce a report that gave me more product categories for each location. Eventually, it produced a table for me for location, total sales, and top product categories for each location. That way I could see the different top selling product categories for the different locations. If you close the thread and want to open the thread back up again, go to the initial request of that specific thread, scroll to the bottom of the first response, and you'll see this link here for the number of replies. You click on it and it opens the thread up again. I requested a table for monthly sales with a column for month-over-month change. So here's the Python code and our table here with the percent month-over-month change, so I can see when the biggest changes occurred, positive or negative. After asking Zapier Central for that analysis, you can ask it, what are some recommendations to increase sales? and it'll give you some actually good recommendations. So we're talking about focusing on high sales locations such as Chicago, California, and New York. And then it talks about emerging markets such as New Jersey and DC. And this checks out with our data as the top locations: California, Chicago, New Jersey, 1, 2, and 3. And then the other 2 markets. The AI recommends prioritizing stocking and promoting products from the top categories like Nest USA, apparel, and Nest. Cross-checking that with what it gave us. So make sure you double check what it gives you. Even use the code that it generates to test it yourself. Make sure everything checks out, because you don't want to run campaigns or initiatives based on bad data or bad analysis for that matter. This is a good recommendation as well, bundling products together, especially popular items, to increase average order value. And it suggests Nest products with complementary products like office or lifestyle products, promoting top-selling products, highlighting the best seller. Now, these products I didn't see in the list of top-selling products. Most of the products that it returned, if not all of them, were Nest products. But another good recommendation is identifying opportunities for cross-selling products, like customers interested in Google sunglasses and other Google branded lifestyle products. The AI also picks out months where the sales peaks. So for example, if we look at our monthly data, we have April peaking, and then we have August peaking, as well as November and December compared to the previous months. This last section has great recommendations as well, looking for customer engagement and customer feedback, talking to customers to obtain feedback as to why they prefer certain products, and creating a loyalty program. Here's another suggestion I'll give you. I prompted Zapier Central to create a list of customers that spent less than $10,000 in December based on the customer ID field. And it returned this list with the customer ID as well as the amount they spent in that month. Now with this list, what you can do is create a behavior for HubSpot or whatever CRM you use to add these contacts to a CRM email marketing list so you can send them discounts and promotions. In HubSpot, I created a list with these filters for this amount for the month of December 2019. So we'll create a behavior to create a list of these customers based on the customer ID field and the spend in that month, and then add these contacts to a HubSpot list. So of course you'll need to connect to a HubSpot account or a CRM account for which you can do this, and create a trigger when we message the bot, the AI assistant, low spend customers, then it'll fire off this behavior. So you can allow Zapier Central to either select a value or a name for the list, or you can guide it to select value from specific choices or set the value with the contact list that you created. Make sure you have the contact emails available so you can add those contacts to that list. Another way you can do this is create a behavior with similar instructions, but edit the instructions to include fields that you want to add to a Google Sheet. And set the trigger. You can say something like low spend customers in Google Sheets, and it gives you these actions you can choose from. So we can choose create spreadsheet and then configure these settings here, and then upload that spreadsheet to your CRM. I'm looking forward to Zapier continuing to develop and enhance Zapier Central because it already has all these apps in its automation ecosystem. So there's a lot you can do with data analysis and enhancing your productivity with Zapier. So if you found this useful, please like, comment. If you want more content on working with digital marketing, audience, customer, or user data, subscribe to the channel.